There you go. This is going to be a quick rundown of my ditch kit. Did this a long time ago, and since then I've revamped it. This is the Maxpedition Proteus, and it's stuffed to the gills right now. So we'll go ahead and go over it. This is for wilderness. With this kit, what's in here, providing the fact I could either find fish or snare or trap some small game like rabbits or squirrels, I could survive for at least 3 days with what's in here, providing I had those sources of food and a good supply of water. Anyway, I got this as prepared as I could possibly make it with this small of a kit. Next, I'm going to be working on my urban kit, which will be more obviously dealing with urban environment. You know, so I can have pretty much everything I can preparedness wise in my vehicle, and then I'm going to be building a bug out bag for that'll cover me and my fiance. So go ahead and going over this. I wanted to cover shelter, fire, food, water, signal, and rescue, and then I also wanted to cover tools, obviously. So you can see these two straps I made. I bought a pack of webbing, wherever it's at. This is what's left of it. It's a whole mess of this little one inch webbing, and then some of these Stansport buckles. That's the one for the webbing, and these little buckles, and I put this little guy together as a pair of straps. Now if I take these off, they are attached to the pack. They're webbed through the back molly. They come off though. Obviously you can see the multi-tool here. This is a Leatherman Super Tool 300. Over here, I don't know if you can see that, get a flashlight. This is a Streamlight Polytac. Great little flashlight. And then I'll go over the rest of that here in a second. On the bottom, strapped to the bottom, is a 5x8 poly tarp. Just a cheap little tarp. I was going to do a sportsman blanket, but this is cheap, and I found it you know, for about, I think it was 10 bucks. Looks like a pen exploded or something. I got ink all over me. So I got a 5x8 tarp for shelter. Can make a, you know, tarp tent, and then rolled up inside of that is my BK9 for chopping capabilities. So that way, you know, I can chop whatever. I can't obviously pack an axe on here, even though I do carry an axe in my truck. So that's part of the thing. Obviously the multi-tool, like I showed you, the flashlight. There's a pen right here. Let me bring it over a little bit so you can see a little better. There's a pen right here on this little sleeve. And then obviously you can see the metal water bottle here, which is really hard to clasp on. But it's a 27-ounce bottle of water. It's metal, no liner. So I can boil in this, and it is full of water right now. But I can boil in this, and I can also cook in this if I absolutely have to. You know, if something like a squirrel or a rabbit or whatever, I could roast over the fire. Same goes with fish. So I got a bottle of water. Also, you know, that's a method of purifying water. So I'm gonna go over these side pockets. This pocket here over on this side has got a red lanyard for the purpose of first aid. This is a small first aid pouch. Covers minor cuts, burns, and sprains. Can also cover things like splinters and stuff like that. Just a basic first aid kit. Over here on this side, I've got this can be my food pack. This has got 2 of these Starbucks Via coffees. I'm probably going to add some more of those. And a few other drink mixes. So I've got Power Bar. It's a protein bar. It's got a lot of protein, and they're not half bad. That's always good. Also got 2 Cliff Bars in here, so that's good. Like I said, I'm going to add more drink mixes to that. And then in this front pouch here, I've got a monocular, knife sharpener, diamond rod, sewing kit, repair kit. It's basically inside of here. It's just a little pill bottle. It's got a couple cloth patches, iron-on type patches, so you could iron them on with a hot rock or something if need be. But it's also got about 60 feet, 50 feet maybe, of 30-pound test fishing line for sewing, and a couple needles. It's wrapped in Gorilla Tape. Let's see, bottle of Advil, obvious reasons. Bottle of petroleum jelly coated cotton balls, magnifying lens. Sorry about my cold. Magnifying lens for whatever, you know, spotting splinters or ticks or starting fire, whatever. It's a dip tin. I don't dip, but the tins are great for holding snare wire and fishing supplies, things like that. This has got 1 full roll of 28 gauge and 1 full roll of 18 gauge. So I got 2 different sizes of snare wire, quite a bit of, you know, snares out of that. I can also use it for leaders, for all this fishing tackle, making repairs, things like that. The 18 gauge or the 28 gauge is actually small enough I could sew with it if I absolutely had to, make a really sturdy repair or something like that. But I've got some about, I don't know, 20 feet of that 30-pound test line, and then a bunch of small tackle like for bluegill, crappie, that kind of thing, along with some hooks, spinners, weights, that kind of thing. So it's all in here. So that's my fishing and trapping kit, along with my knowledge of how to make deadfalls and whatnot, and spring pole snares and whatnot. As for fire, I've got a Bic lighter with rubber inner tube, also used for kindling, or tinder I mean, and then a straw rod with a striker with a whistle, multi-use. And for those who don't, you know, you try to think of, when I do this kind of thing, I always try to think of multi-use uses for each piece of kit. If it's nighttime and you got people looking for you, you know, you got bright sparks that can also bring attention to you. In this pocket here, I've got a compass, and I do know how to use it. Whistle, and it wrapped up in a piece of leather is a star flash signal mirror. It's wrapped in leather to keep it from getting scratched. Also, I could use that piece of leather for any kind of patches or repairs I might need. In this pocket here, I've got some zip ties for, again, whatever I might need them for. Another thing is duct tape, this Gorilla Tape. Notebook for, you know, whatever I may need it for. Right, you know, if I was in a wilderness setting and I was, you know, trying to hike my way out, I could leave notes for rescuers. You know, let them know which way I was going, or, you know, basically a breadcrumb trail. So that's that pouch. And on the internal, again, I apologize for being all stuffed up and funny sounding. 2 contractor grade It's 3 mil thick, 55-gallon drum liners. I'll talk more about this here in a second. And vegetable medical kit bivy, obvious reasons. Also could be used for signaling if need be. 50 feet of paracord. Pair of mechanics gloves. Water filter. This will do 50 gallons. I'm working on finding a collapsible, one of those bag type bottles that has a bottle cap, or the bottle like type screw on head, and then they're plastic, and you can roll them up, because then I can put my dirty water in that, screw it on here, and then let that drain out of here into my bottle, or put my pipe on here and drink straight from the pipe valve. Either or. Plus I also have enough water pure tablets for 10 liters. Plus my bottle I can boil in. Slide saw. Some Mora 510. It's got for a belt loop, I just did a wrap of paracord with another piece of paracord to act as a belt loop, with a Ranger band, with a ferro rod, and 2 Tender Quick tabs. And last but not least, I've got this little pocket stove. It folds open. Not very easily, but it does fold open. And basically both sides fold open like that. You got these little tabs you can burn. That would be a quick way, if I can make a fire or whatever, to boil water in my canteen or cook with or whatever. So that's my kit. I'm going to go ahead and lay everything out real quick, and I'll get right back with you. Alright guys, like I said, shelter. We got the tarp, garbage bags, the rope, and the bivy bag. I've got this bivy bag, which is quite a bit bigger and better. It's breathable and everything else. It acts more like a sleeping bag, but I couldn't quite fit it on. If I could, I would. It'll go in another bag. You know, shelter. Obviously, I can make the tent out of the tarp. I've got the 2 bags, which basically I would make one big bag out of by cutting the bottom off one, putting bags together with the duct tape, and filling it with debris to make a mattress, and then getting inside my adventure medical kit bivy there. I could also add debris in that to help add more insulation, and the cord would be to, you know, set the tent up or whatever. Fire. You know, I got the stove, I got the lighter, I got the magnifier, the ferro rod, and the cotton balls. Water, obviously. I got a boiling container. I got my filter and my tabs. Food. Got the Cliff bars, the coffee, and I'm going to be adding some more drink mixes, like I said. And then the snare and the fishing kit. Medical, you know, first aid kit, some Tylenol, signal rescue and direction. Like I said, the signal beer, the whistle, and the compass. Also, like I said, multi-purpose things like if you're using the ferro rod to draw attention to yourself. At night, you could use the flashlight to shine on the signal mirror, whatever. Gloves, just personal protection, helps keep your hands, you know, preventing injuries in a situation like that is paramount. Tools, you know, like I said, everything I would need. I could repair things, I could fix things, I could make things, you know, with a big chopper I could defend myself if need be, whatever the case may be. If my state gets concealed carry, there'll be a small 22, probably a pistol going in here too, for collecting small wild game, like rabbits and squirrels, things like that. But that's my entire kit. Let me know if you guys think I need to add something or take something out or whatever. Looking for comments, questions, you know, anything like that. But anyway, guys, until the next one, thanks for watching.